Building wealth on a $50K salary may seem challenging, but it is entirely achievable with the right strategy, discipline, and mindset. Many people think that you need to earn a six-figure salary to build wealth, but that's simply not true. The key is to use your income wisely, make smart financial decisions, and leverage opportunities that compound your wealth over time. Today, I will walk you through a step-by-step plan to build wealth on a 50. Let's start with the most important thing, mindset. A mindset shift is necessary to make wealth building a priority. When you earn $50,000 a year, it may feel like you're stuck in a financial rat race. You're likely juggling bills, student loans, and other financial responsibilities. But it's crucial to understand that building wealth isn't about how much you make. It's about how much you keep and how wisely you invest it. To begin, the first step is creating a budget. You need to know exactly where your money is going every month. A budget will help you track your income and expenses, identify areas where you can cut back, and set clear financial goals. Start by breaking down your income into categories such as essentials, housing, food, utilities, savings, debt repayment, and discretionary spending, entertainment, dining out, shopping. Once you've created a budget, you'll have a clear picture of where your money is going, and this awareness is the first step toward building wealth. You might be surprised to find that you're spending more on unnecessary things than you realize. With your budget in place, focus on cutting back in areas that aren't helping you reach your financial goals. You don't need to deprive yourself, but small adjustments like cooking at home more often or choosing more affordable entertainment options can add up over time. Next, let's talk about saving. If you're serious about building wealth, you must prioritize saving. Aim to save at least 20% of your income, which in this case would be $10,000 per year. While it may seem difficult at first, the key is to start small and increase your savings rate as you progress. Open a high-yield savings account or an emergency fund account and automate your savings as much as possible. Automation is one of the easiest ways to make sure you're consistently saving without having to think about it every month. Building an emergency fund is your first major goal. This fund should cover 3 to 6 months of living expenses, providing you with a safety net in case of unexpected financial setbacks. An emergency fund will prevent you from going into debt when life throws you a curveball, whether that's medical expenses, car repairs, or losing your job. After your emergency fund is in place, focus on paying off debt. Debt, especially high-interest debt, can be a huge obstacle to building wealth. One of the most important things you can do is eliminate any high-interest credit card debt or personal loans. This type of debt eats away at your wealth by charging you excessive interest. The faster you pay it off, the less money you'll lose to interest charges. Start by paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first. This is known as the debt avalanche method. Once that's paid off, move on to the next highest interest debt, and so on. If you have student loans or other types of debt with lower interest rates, you can take a more gradual approach to paying them off while still contributing to your savings and investments. If your employer offers a retirement plan, such as a 401k, take advantage of it. Many employers match your contributions, which is essentially free money. Contribute at least enough to take full advantage of this match, and if possible, increase your contributions over time. Now let's talk about investing, which is where the magic of wealth building happens. Investing is a powerful tool for growing your money over time. On a $50,000 salary, you might feel like investing is out of reach, but you don't need a huge income to get started. In fact, the earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow through the power of compound interest. Start by contributing to tax advantage accounts like a 401k or an IRA. These accounts allow you to invest pre-tax income, which can significantly reduce your taxable income and help you save on taxes. With a 401k, you're likely to have a selection of low-cost index funds or ETFs to choose from. These funds offer a diversified way to invest in the stock market without needing to pick individual stocks. If your employer offers a Roth's 401k, you may want to consider that option as well, since it allows your contributions to grow tax-free. In addition to retirement accounts, you can also open a brokerage account to invest outside of tax advantage accounts. You don't need a large sum of money to start investing. In fact, some brokerage accounts allow you to invest with as little as consider low-cost index funds or exchange-traded funds, ETFs, that track the broader market. These funds are an excellent way to diversify your investments, reducing risk and improving your chances of consistent returns over time. Let's talk about real estate for a moment. While it's not an immediate priority for everyone, Real estate is another great way to build wealth. If you can afford it, buying a home can be a solid investment, especially if you plan to live in it for several years. Real estate typically appreciates over time, and if you buy wisely, it can serve as both a place to live and a valuable asset that increases in value. However, don't rush into buying a home just because you think it's the best way to build wealth. You need to be financially stable and prepared to take on a mortgage before diving into real estate. If homeownership isn't on your horizon, you can still build wealth through real estate by investing in real estate investment trusts, REITs, which allow you to invest in property without directly buying physical real estate. Let's also talk about side hustles. On a $50K salary, you might find that you want to speed up your wealth building progress. A side hustle can provide additional income that you can save and invest. The key to a successful side hustle is to pick something that aligns with your skills and passions so that it doesn't feel like a burden. Whether it's freelance writing, tutoring, graphic design, or even starting an online business, a side hustle can significantly boost your ability to save and invest. In addition, side hustles provide an opportunity to gain new skills and potentially transition to a higher paying career in the future. Keep in mind that the goal of a side hustle is not just to make extra money, but to use that extra income for wealth building purposes, such as paying off debt, increasing your savings, or making more investments. Another important principle in wealth building is living below your means. Even with a $50K salary, you can still live well below your means if you focus on your long-term financial goals. This may mean saying no to certain luxuries or making intentional choices to avoid lifestyle inflation. As your income increases over time, resist the temptation to upgrade your lifestyle too quickly. Instead, continue to live modestly, save and invest the extra income. One crucial element of building wealth is also financial education. The more you learn about money, investing, and personal finance, the better equipped you'll be to make informed decisions. Read books, listen to podcasts, and attend seminars that focus on wealth building strategies. Surround yourself with people who have similar financial goals and can offer guidance and encouragement. Lastly, keep in mind that building wealth is a long-term process. It requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to make sacrifices in the short term for long-term gain. Focus on the process rather than quick results. And remember that small, consistent efforts add up over time. Compound interest works best when you stay disciplined and stay the course. You'll encounter setbacks and challenges along the way, but with the right strategy, you'll be on your way to financial freedom. To recap, building wealth on a $50K salary involves creating a budget, saving aggressively, paying off high-interest debt, and investing wisely. Focus on developing a growth mindset, making smart financial decisions, and leveraging opportunities to increase your income and build assets. The key is to start early, stay consistent, and never lose sight of your long-term financial goals. By following these steps, you can achieve financial independence and build lasting wealth, regardless of your salary. Building a strong financial foundation is the first and most crucial step in wealth building, especially when you're working with a $50K salary. To start, the most important thing is to create a budget. This means tracking your income and categorizing your expenses so you can see exactly where your money is going each month. When you have a clear understanding of your spending habits, you can make adjustments and identify areas where you can cut back. A good rule of thumb is to aim for a balanced budget where your expenses do not exceed your income, and you can allocate a portion towards savings and investments. Once you've got a handle on budgeting, the next priority is to build an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable, and an emergency fund acts as a safety net in case of unforeseen events like medical expenses, car repairs, or job loss. Aiming for 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses is a good starting point. The key is consistency. Set up automatic transfers into a high-yield savings account so that you're not tempted to spend this money. Having an emergency fund will give you peace of mind and prevent you from going into debt when unexpected costs arise. Next, paying off high-interest debt is essential for securing your financial foundation. Credit card debt or payday loans with high interest can drain your resources and keep you from building wealth. Focus on paying off high-interest debts first, using strategies like the debt avalanche method, where you tackle the highest interest debt first. Once that's cleared, you can work on paying off other debts like student loans or car loans. Reducing debt not only frees up more money for saving and investing, but also improves your credit score, which can help you secure better financial opportunities down the line. By creating a budget, building an emergency fund, and reducing high-interest debt, you set yourself up for long-term financial success and lay the groundwork for wealth building. Investing wisely is one of the most powerful ways to build wealth over time, especially if you're starting with a $50K salary. The earlier you begin, the more time your money has to grow through the power of compound interest. The first step in smart investing is to take advantage of tax advantage accounts like a 401k or an IRA. These accounts allow you to contribute pre-tax income, which reduces your taxable income and provides tax benefits either now or in the future. Many employers also offer a 401k match, which is essentially free money. If your employer matches contributions, aim to contribute at least enough to get the full match. This can be one of the best ways to jumpstart your investment strategy. Once you've contributed to retirement accounts, consider opening a brokerage account for additional investment opportunities. With a brokerage account, you have access to a wider range of investments, including individual stocks, bonds, and ETFs. The key to successful investing is to focus on low-cost diversified options like index funds or exchange-traded funds, ETFs. These funds allow you to invest in a broad portfolio of stocks or bonds, reducing risk by not putting all your money into one company or sector. They also tend to have lower fees, which means more of your money stays invested and working for you. When it comes to choosing investments, it's essential to think long-term. Avoid trying to time the market or chase short-term trends. Instead, focus on investing in assets that will likely grow over many years, such as stocks and real estate. Keep in mind that investing is a marathon, not a sprint, and staying consistent with regular contributions, even if small, can yield substantial returns over time. Remember, it's not about getting rich overnight, but about making steady, calculated investments that compound and grow your wealth long term. Increasing your income is a vital component of building wealth, especially on a 50K salary. While it's possible to save and invest wisely on that income, boosting your earning potential can accelerate your wealth building efforts. One of the most effective ways to increase your income is by exploring side hustles. Side hustles are any additional work or business activities you take on outside of your primary job, and they can significantly supplement your earnings. The beauty of side hustles is that they allow you to leverage your skills, interests, and hobbies to generate extra income without quitting your main job. Whether it's freelance writing, graphic design, tutoring, or selling handmade products online, there are countless opportunities available depending on your strengths. The key to a successful side hustle is to choose something that not only provides extra cash, but also aligns with your interests or expertise. This will help ensure that your hustle doesn't feel like a burden. Many people who start side businesses or freelance work discover that they're not only making more money, but also learning new skills, which can increase their value in the job market. Over time, your side hustle could even become a full-time income stream, offering you greater financial freedom and the ability to save and invest more. Another strategy to increase your income is by asking for a raise or seeking promotions within your current job. While it can be daunting, negotiating your salary is a powerful tool for wealth building. Before asking for a raise, gather evidence of your contributions, such as successful projects or increased responsibilities, and be prepared to make a case for why your compensation should reflect the value you bring to the company. Additionally, consider expanding your network and exploring new job opportunities that offer higher salaries and better benefits.